G'day. Well, this week Australia votes on whether we think there should be gay marriage allowed in Australia. My reason for this video is seeking opinion because it's not actually a vote that'll count for anything. I understand it can be overturned by the Senate. So I'm not sure why we're voting, other than I do know it's wasting millions of taxpayer dollars. Now here's the thing, it's surely, if it's been a bone of contention for a long time, apparently, why couldn't they have included it in the fairly recent census as a question? Would have made sense. You would have got the answer then and there. Now my opinion is not weighted heavily either side. I mean, quite frankly, I don't give a rat's. It's not affecting me. I understand the perspective of people that want to get married if they're gay. Fully understand that things of the heart are a lot bigger than legislation. I do understand that there's already facility, I think Australia-wide, certainly in Queensland where I'm from, which would have to be Australia-wide, that people can, same-sex couples as they call them, can live together and have all their legal rights as normal de factos. So I think the actual marriage thing is probably a two-way thing. They seek the right to get married and suffer like the rest of the country. And probably it's an equality thing. So I think that's the issue. Now look, I'll be frank with you. For most of my life, up until some years back, I would have been biased towards, well look, I was never anti-gay, but I had a belief system, and again this is my own internal belief system that I had, that yes, things should be man and a woman, it's natural. But you know, when I worked for the government a long time ago now, I did work with a lot of gay guys, and look, I've never had a problem with people that are gay. In fact, we had a lot of great laughs, and I used to class myself as an honorary gay because there were that many on the team. Yeah, so look, I don't care what people do in the privacy of their own home, and I'm sure that's probably the majority of the way people think these days. I think the whole marriage idea is probably based around religion, and according to the ABN, sorry, ABS, according to the Bureau of Statistics, the majority of Australians, when it comes to what religion are you, appear to remain to be strongly Christian. So I think a lot of the marriage ideals come from Christianity, and well, that's just the way it is. Are we ready to take the next step like the majority of countries, Western countries anyway around the world, have done, and say yes, it's okay for same-sex couples to be married? Well, that's up to you guys. You'll have the vote, but look, to be honest, what will come of it? As I said, it can be overturned. So it's not legislation. It is a waste of money. And personally, I don't care either way because, yeah, I guess it's hard for someone to say what it would be like if they're not gay, and I'm not gay, and so how would I know what it's like? I can only imagine that love is love at the end of the day. If you have a feeling for someone, I don't think it matters what that feeling is. Is it abnormal to have a feeling for someone of the same sex? When we're talking about, obviously, there's all sorts of different relationships. You can have a strong like for someone, and I say often that that is maybe what love is, a strong like. Whatever the case, We all have feelings for other people, good or bad, and who's anyone else to judge that we shouldn't have those feelings? It is what it is. I honestly believe people don't start out in life and decide to be gay. Anyone that would say that is just absurd. So that's where we're at. We're voting on it. It's going to be a postal vote. I assume every vote will be accounted for in some way. But at the end of the day, what's it going to make a difference? Love and be loved. If you are a gay couple or just upholding gay rights, then, you know, I hope that it comes through for you. But until it's in legislation, I think at the moment where we're at is where we're at. You have the same rights legally now, which surely is a huge step. But I understand this is the last step. I know a lot of people, especially older people, I guess, are in fear that we're just going down the road of changing society. Well, sometimes things in society need changing. Please comment below and let me know what you think. It'll be an interesting outcome. Whether it's worth anything remains to be seen. Cheers.